The Christ voted to reject a new conservative constitution to change its current text in a country-wide plebiscite. The 1980 constitution, which was prepared during the bloody dictatorship of Gen Augusto Pinochet, will no longer be in place and will suffer as a result of Chile's progressives and the leftist government. Sunday's vote was the second draft constitution in the years when voters rejected President Gabriel Boric, Santiago'daki presidential palace after gathering interior of La Moneda on Sunday evening after gathering country at an address to country constitutional process will be closed during our government, he said. Carolina Leitao, mayor of the Santiago neighborhood, said, we listen to people and counter option was supported by citizens who gave us tremendous responsibility. Rightwing gathered front a giant national flag to accept defeat in front of town center Independent Democratic Union Party, and declared that 1980 Constitution won victory. In summary, Chile does not want constitutional changes or refoundations, Senator said Party President Senator Javier Macaya. The authority called on the country's left to stop all initiatives on constitutional reform. In October 2019, Chile was shaken by the Great Anti-Inquality protests, and the political class planned a constitutional amendment as a way to solve unrest in September last year. After 3-year-long separatist discussions, 62% of voters rejected a progressive constitution that guaranteed a long list rights freedoms made comprehensive changes in the country's judicial political systems after the closure of the chests in Chile Santiago. People celebrate a new constitutional draft. Photic Matías BasualdoAP Voters shook right for second draft, and voters chose a parliamentary parliament dominated by extreme right-wing Republican Party, which prepared a proposed constitution, which includes controversial provisions that activists said they could lead to abolition of activists. In addition, hot-button problems Republicans contained strong measures to cope with illegal migration and public security, and declared task of honoring national symbols Chileans. On right, many of them said that vote is win-win, because free market model applied during Pinochet dictatorship will be protected regardless of result. In December of countries up and down on Sunday, people who did not have enthusiasm with great enthusiasm after the elections for Constitution and went into voting stations. In Liceo Javiera Carrera, which translated the voting station in the center of a high school capital, voters quickly threw their ballots. To be honest, I didn't even want to vote, but it was compulsory. I had to vote for a choice between Republicans or Pinochet, to make sure we hadn't been worse than we already have. This means that the constitutional problem has not been largely solved. President Boric said that there would be no new constitutional process before the term ended in 2